Hello homies, welcome to our YouTube channel where we teach you all about type 1 diabetes. My name is Caitlin, your type 1 tour guide, and behind the camera is Emma, my partner in crime. In today's video, we're going to teach you all how to administer insulin via injections through a pen. So without further ado, let's get to it. So today I'm going to use Simon, my diabuddy, the penguin right here, to show you all how to administer insulin. So to begin, it's important that when you give yourself insulin through a pen, such as one of these, which I use Lantus and Humalog, but there's multiple kinds, that you're doing it into what is considered a fatty part, like right here behind the arm in your stomach or your inner thigh, something along those lines, just to make sure that when you inject the insulin, it's not absorbed immediately into a muscle, such as like the top of the leg. You want to make sure that it's absorbed over time. Otherwise, your sugar will completely tank, which can be pretty dangerous. So with that being said, I'm going to show you all how to administer the insulin. So to begin, we are going to clean the surface of the part that we are going to give ourselves the insulin in. So I'm just going to open, it's just an alcohol prep pad, and I'm going to clean the area that I'm planning on giving the shot in. So there's that. But you also, I'm going to use my Humalog pen. So you also want to clean like the top of this, especially if it's been used before, just because a needle has been in and out and there's been a finger on it. So I'm going to take another alcohol pad. I'm going to clean this top part right here, just right around it, just to make sure that no like bacteria and anything like that can get into your body. So this is the needle I have. It's just a sterile needle. It comes with this top on it. Make sure that when you go to give yourself a shot that this isn't open and doesn't have any holes, rips, tears, anything like that, because you want to make sure that this needle is sterile when it goes into your body. So you just pull the tab off the top, and that's going to expose the needle on the inside. So this top part that you've cleaned is like a spongy part, so you're just going to take it and push it down, but it's not going to stay on. So you're going to push it down and you're going to twist it. Once you twist it, give it an extra twist just to make sure it's on there and that it's not going to come off while you're trying to give yourself the shot. So you're going to, in order to get down to the needle, you're going to pull this part off, but there's another purple cap, which is a safety measure. I would leave this on until you're at the point where you're ready to give yourself a shot, just so you don't accidentally prick yourself or accidentally administer the insulin just out. So we're going to pretend that I have just eaten 10 carbs. So my numbers are 1 to 5, which means for every 5 carbs, I give myself 1 unit of insulin. So I take those 10 carbs and divide it by the 5 and I get 2. So today I'm going to give myself 2 units of insulin, but I'm going to give it to Simon. So at this point, you're going to want to pull the purple piece off, and that's going to expose your needle. What you want to do is click this dial, which is the amount of insulin. Mine is just by whole numbers, but some pens have halves as well, so make sure you're paying attention to that. So I'm going to click mine just to 1 to begin. You're going to want to press it in and make sure that the insulin comes out the top. If no insulin comes out the top, you're going to want to do it again. You're just going to want to do this, that make sure that when you're actually administering insulin to yourself, that you're getting the full amount and you're not getting like minus a couple units because there's not any in here. So I'm going to do it again to 1. Didn't do it, so we're going to try it one more time. And now there's insulin starting to come out of the top. So now I know that there's insulin loaded in this top piece. So go ahead and shake that off. So now I'm giving myself the 2 units. So you can see on the dial that I've cranked it to 2. So now in the area that we cleaned, I'm going to pinch it a little bit just so that when the needle goes in, it's not as much of a fight with my skin. So you're going to pinch it like this, and you're going to take this and you're going to insert it straight in. You don't want to insert it in an angle, because if you insert it in an angle, the insulin may not go into your system, but may only stay on the top of your skin. So you're going to pinch and insert straight down, just like this. So once the needle is in your skin, you're going to push this dial until it gets to 0. you can see that it's at 0 now. Okay, you're gonna hold it down and you're gonna count to 7 to 10 just to make sure that all that insulin has come out of the pen. Once you count to 7 to 10, you're just gonna pull the needle straight out, and just like that, you've given yourself the insulin. So now you're gonna wanna make sure that you cover your needle back, because once this has been in your body, you don't want it to poke anybody else, because that could be a way to like transmit bacteria or disease or something like that. You also don't want to injure anybody, so just make sure you cover it back up. You're then gonna unscrew this top part, just like this, and it's gonna leave that needle exposed on this side. So in order to prevent this needle from being exposed, I take the cap and put them together just like this and push, and now you've got your needle secured on the inside of this. Now, because this is larger than like a small sharps container you'd keep with you, I use this sharps container at my house. It's just a laundry detergent holder that we are finished with. So you just put the sharps container in here, and then once you have this full, you take it to a place that will dispose of it safely for you, and that will prevent anybody else from like being injured from that needle. So now that you've done that, you just put your cap back on your pen, and you've given yourself all the insulin you need. So that's all for today's video. Let us know if you have any questions about the demonstration or how to give yourself the insulin via pen. We will have a YouTube video showing you how to give yourself insulin via a pump, my pump, and so that can be informative for you if you have a pump. So until next time, homies.